What's going on? Welcome to another Dice Tower Chat. I'm your host, Roy Canade, and today I have with me a very special guest, my wife, Heather, or Heydew.
Hello.
How's it going? I'm trying to be a little bit calmer. I already see people trolling me about the gain. Let me know if it's blasting you guys out. I'll try to not yell as much.
He had to turn it up because I don't talk nearly as loud.
Yeah, there's that. But yeah, last time my kids had grabbed the mic and turned the gain all the way up, and I kept turning it down the entire time, but who knows? But yeah, just throw us some questions in there. We're literally here just to hang out with you all, be positive, talk about board games, talk about non-board games, talk about whatever. We're just here to chill and do a positive Dice Tower chat stream, hopefully to distract you guys from all the crazy stuff going on in the world and just have fun for a little bit. But yeah, I guess there was several questions in there for a little bit. How about this one? Do you know who Heydew is?
It's me. It's not Heydew.
Heydew.
It's Heydew. Like hey and then do. That's me. That's my username on everything. And I've done 3 board game reviews on the channel. And then I do some other live streaming on other websites. So I use the name Heydew.
Nice. And Tracy got it right. I think Heydew is Roy's wife.
Yes, almost 10 years.
Yeah.
In June.
Oh, man. What are we going to do? We need to do something awesome. But I don't know if
money.
we're going to be able to do anything awesome. Cool. Let's see. Oh, yeah, just lots of comments about my gain. Hello, Roy and Heydew. Hi. I have normal volume. Dang it. Let me turn it up real quick. I'm just kidding.
You can do some old school screamo into the mic for him if they want.
Yeah, exactly. I used to be the lead singer of a hardcore band that screamed, so I guess that's where I got used to all the gain. Heather, what are some of your favorite games and favorite game mechanisms?
I like Tales of the Arabian Nights because it's very much like a choose-your-own-adventure book as a game. And I like to pick the craziest options.
Oh, yeah.
And hope for the worst outcome because I find it entertaining. I also like party games, like Say Anything, because I can write crazy things down. Just like to do the weird and the crazy stuff. We played Chronicles of Crime, and I really liked that.
Yeah, we actually got a chance to play that on the cruise.
And then I like to play Mansions of Madness, and I think I like that they have an app in it, so you don't really have to learn the game before you play it, because I really hate learning new games. I hate reading instructions. I just want to play. I don't want to read. I do the same thing in video games. Anytime there's a tutorial, I just hit A until I can start playing.
I've said that about those like app games, which is super awesome, is the fact that like majority of them, they take care of most of the upkeep, and then a lot of times just like you throw it on the table and you can just kind of start playing. Like with Mansions of Madness, it's like, oh, here's a couple of actions you can take. Or Chronicles of Crime, it's literally just like start scanning stuff.
Yeah, I like Chronicles of Crime a lot.
We still need to get a copy of that game.
It's pretty expensive when it's all together. All the different pieces.
Oh, for sure. And you said you really wanted the whole like 3D look around the room thing.
Yeah, I thought the thing was cool.
That's crazy.
I was on the cruise and I kept going, so many dead cats really loud, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was a blast. And I was so glad we had a couple. This is one of the cool things about those Dice Tower events is we had a couple that we were trying to struggle through the rules of Chronicles of Crime. There's not a whole lot. We had a couple who had already played it come up and be like, oh, we played this last night. Like, do you want to play together? And we ended up playing like... Did we play the intro mission and then like a full mission?
Yeah, we just played the tutorial and then we played a mission.
Yeah, and it was really fun. It was a blast because it's such a cooperative experience, I think.
It's funny.
Yeah. I just now noticed they're in the same room. We should get like a...
Social distancing.
We are part of the same household, and... I've been editing from home constantly, so like basically always here.
Home. Everybody's home.
And we have a green screen, and for some reason the camera doesn't like to focus properly when there's a green screen. Your whole like pushing on my face messed up the camera. Nice. Oh, Ellen's in chat says, "Heydew." What's with the P at the end of it? I'm so confused.
So rude.
Ah, cool. What streaming do you do on the other channel? Quote.
I don't know what's allowed to be said. I draw, so I've been doing a lot of digital art lately, where I'll take a picture and I'll create like a simple outline and add some simple colors to it, and I'll do that on live stream. And I also play games. I've played Luigi's Mansion, Animal Crossing. I just started Zelda, just things like that. And it's kind of like a chat app, so you don't really have to do anything. You can really just get on and talk to people. It's a great way to socialize. But yeah, so.
You've done like Mixer and stuff like that.
Yes, I haven't done Mixer lately, but
Did you ever mess with Twitch at all, or?
I streamed to both.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
Twitch and Mixer. But
it's so hard to get like a following on those like giant streaming platforms.
Well, it's not necessarily that I'm trying to get a following, more than I'm just trying to find a way to socialize. YouNow is the one that I spend most of my time on. Josh
says, did you ever play the Naruto TCG?
I know we bought it for you.
I actually got like a couple of the starter decks, but I don't think like I had them, but I never had a chance to actually play the game. We got like face mask things, and I was like, oh man, I look like Akashi. I was like, I should get like some Sharingan like lenses, I think, so I can just be cosplayed. I just went way too far weeb. Don't act like you don't read manga and watch anime.
I don't watch Naruto. I mean, I should. I just haven't.
You've watched other things though, like Bleach. I haven't watched any Bleach.
I've watched. I'm a weeb. I watch and read manga and anime.
What are your favorite top 3 games to play together?
We play Dixit a lot.
I don't think that'd be all my. The funny thing about playing Dixit with you is like when we play together, it's so easy to do Dixit and like give each other points because we know each other so well. And I'm sure it's like that with
playing against each other.
I'm sure it's like that with any couple. So like when we're behind in points, it's really easy for us to push each other up because we can figure out ways, and then we get ahead, and then I have to like try to figure out a way to throw points to the other people, like our in-laws or other people that I don't necessarily know as well. But I'm like, man, if Heather wasn't beating me currently, I could like do a perfect one that she would be able to know what it is. But then I have to try to think of things that she won't know, which just makes a whole different meta to the game.
And I still usually get it right because I know the way you think.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I can't win. She beats me in Dixit, but that one's fun. I really enjoy Mansions of Madness just because it's one of my favorite games ever. I know we've only played that a couple times, and it has a lot going on in it sometimes, but I just love playing those adventures, you know, and trying to solve things. We played one not that long ago, Mansions of Madness. It was like a temple snake thing.
Yeah, we actually played that on my Mixer stream.
Oh, yeah. And it was cool. It was from the newest Mansions of Madness set where there was like snakes everywhere and people were turning into snakes, and it was weird. But it was a lot of fun.
We won.
I felt like halfway through that, I understood exactly what was going on and what we needed to do.
Yeah.
But it was still fun. It was fun to figure out all the pieces. Some of them were a little bit harder to understand than others. What would you say is the last favorite game to play?
Telestrations.
Oh, yeah, we've played some crazy games of Telestrations.
Because when we play, it's a mixture of people who can draw and who can't draw. And people who have decent handwriting and
like,
people who have...
can draw... can't draw.
Decent handwriting. Terrible handwriting. What
are you trying to say?
We've had moments where people drew something completely way off because they couldn't read what you wrote.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Sometimes I draw crazy things on purpose and try to make it look weird just so that somebody will write something crazy.
Super far off when we play, but it's really fun.
The fun thing about Telestrations is like the like worse you are at the game, the more hilarious the game is, you know, because and then you're always over there like everybody else is done. You're like, I'm making a masterpiece.
Me and my siblings are all pretty decent at drawing simple stuff, and so you throw us in, and it's pretty funny.
Ellen says, Heydew has the most amazing eyes, y'all. How did you two meet? Says some random dude. Some random dude's asking how we met.
Oh, I don't speak to strangers.
Oh, okay. Well, next question.
No, I'm just kidding. Winter Jam was a Christian concert.
Oh, yeah. There was a concert. We were walking around.
Neither of us were watching. We were teenagers, and we were walking in opposite directions.
We were at youth group, and with separate youth groups from different churches or whatever.
Yep.
But I met you there, but then you found me on MySpace.
Yeah, we had a lot of mutual friends.
Listen, if she doesn't have a MySpace, then she's too young for you.
Yeah.
Nobody has a MySpace these days. Anyway. Hey, guys. Don't tell Ellen to calm down.
We're older than we look. I guess I should throw that out there.
This is going to be a... Heydew, have you played Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea with Roy?
I will not sit through a 4-hour game.
No, that game is not 4 hours. It's definitely not very good 2 players, and it's got a lot of direct confrontation. We play a lot of cooperative games for a reason. We played a game of Citadels once. How do you feel? She feels the same way about Citadels as Eric feels about Citadels.
Citadels!
Exactly. Citadels is the worst.
I'm competitive in a bad way, so I try to stay away from competitive games.
I mean, some of them were more lighthearted than others, so it doesn't matter.
I threw gold across the table.
Listen.
I was really mad.
Listen. It's not my fault you picked the merchant. The merchant was obviously the best one. You shouldn't pick the merchant 5 times in a row.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
I just knew you kept attacking me and it was bullcrap.
That game you don't specifically attack someone.
No, he was attacking me.
Anyway, don't play Citadels with your loved ones if you want to keep them as your loved ones. Anyway. That's a terrible thing to ask.
What was it? Tell me.
What's the last argument you guys had? Citadels! No, I'm just kidding.
No, I have no idea.
Let's see.
I can't read anything. It's like way over there.
Well, when I put it in the big part,
Yeah.
you can see it there, right? This is interesting. How are your kids handling the stay-at-home situation?
I'm like, how am I handling the stay-at-home situation?
Yeah, we have the whole... It's like an interesting dynamic, because like we're doing... we have 2 kids that are both very young, and so they both need like help with their school on the computer, and they're doing that at the same time, and sometimes the same time as we're actually like streaming. So like Board Game Breakfast, I'm running Board Game Breakfast, there's 2 kids in the other room doing their schoolwork, and it's definitely interesting, but we're handling it the best we can.
They have virtual schools, so they're both on like online conference calls in the morning and in the evening, and then they both have a good amount of activities that they have to complete during the day after their Skype call. And I'm one person, and they both have a pretty decent load for a kindergartner and a first grader.
Yeah, for sure.
Who are not, they can't read great yet, so they can't do it by themselves.
Right.
So
I think it probably gets a little bit easier as the kids get older, because you can just be like, hey, do your schoolwork. But when they're in that kindergarten, first grade age, it's like we have to like sit and explain to them how to do their schoolwork, which, I mean, I guess when you're homeschooling, you do it all the time, but it's a little bit more interesting when
I think
the teacher's there,
When you're homeschooling, you control the schedule more, and so it's less chaotic.
It's definitely interesting, like, since I'm working from home, it's like, get up, get the kids a little bit ready for school, and then I'll have to go and start working, like, editing videos and getting things ready for the live stream, and then the kids are doing their stream stuff, and then as soon as their streaming thing's done, like, I'm running Board Game Breakfast, and then, like, as soon as I'm done with Board Game Breakfast, they're having another call for another school thing, and then we do a top 10 list, and it's, like, just back and forth. I'm, like, running, getting the kids lunch in between stuff. It's very interesting, like, the dynamic of the house right now. But, yeah. We're handling it the best we can. I think we're doing good so far.
I just want to take a nap.
Yeah, exactly. Nap. After this, it's nap time. Heather, do you share the same board game taste as Roy?
No.
I like very big thematic games with lots of table talk and confrontation and negotiating and things like that. And that seems like something you would like loathe. Like... Exactly. But yeah, we enjoy some of the same like party style games though. And you like story games and I like story games.
I like funny games.
Yeah, games that are funny and lighthearted are more your jam. The P was an accent left on because it had spunk. Sounds like Ellen.
Nice try. Nice try.
Ellen also says her art is beautiful.
No, that's because I slightly, in a nice way, trolled her live stream. I saw she was live, and so I was like, I'm gonna draw her a picture, and so I went and pulled her profile picture off of Facebook and drew it really quick, and then sent it to her and watched her freak out on live stream. It was funny.
Well, it's only fair that Ellen now draws us and then sends it to us now that we're live
Oh
streaming.
yeah, go ahead.
The return trolling.
It's a nice trolling. It's not a bad trolling.
Goofy said, I saw your art on Facebook. I really like it.
Thank you.
And Ellen left, so she doesn't even get to hear us trolling her.
She left. How can
Yeah,
you
she
tell?
said bye. And I'm far behind in the comments, so she was already gone before I even said that.
I'll message her.
Oh, interesting. I normally don't get a whole lot of these questions. If you watch and read manga and anime, what shows do you guys watch? And do you watch anything that's still on? I don't know what still on means. I guess stuff that's still having things release.
Yeah, not older ones. I've been watching Seven Deadly Sins on Netflix, and then I was watching My Hero Academia because everybody.
I've heard a lot about that. But
everybody just like really hyped it up, and so far
it's fine.
It's fine. I think I got hyped up too much. But I'm not like through it yet, so I'm still watching that. Those are the two that I've been recently watching. But my all-time favorite is Nana.
Oh yeah.
Which is a really good, like, older anime. And then I haven't watched the new Fruits Basket, but I want to do that. We just did a Crunchyroll
Subscription.
thing, so we can watch.
Yeah, we're like, hey, we need to stream more stuff.
It's hard to watch and do anything with Crunchyroll because it's all subtitles. So.
Right. You have to focus and be able to read it
And
at
then
the speed.
I read, like, online manga, but I haven't caught up on anything lately.
I started with Trigun, and I'm a big fan of that. I've watched all of Naruto, and I'm currently trying to keep up with the Boruto stuff. That's part of the reason I got Crunchyroll, is because I wanted to continue watching more of those. I guess that's currently on, right? I've watched a little bit of a bunch of different things. I watched the first season of, Attack on Titan, but as the second season got in, I didn't care that much about it. I like Fullmetal Alchemist. We've watched stuff, but I feel like it's all completely different stuff.
I like slice of life kind of things more.
There's this awesome anime about board games. It's called After School Dice Club, and that's a slice of life one. But it's all about these. It's really strange, these high school girls playing board games, but they're actual legit board games, actual real board games.
With the art and everything.
And you'll be watching these. It's
it's play it throughs.
High school drama stuff, and then in the middle of this anime, it'll basically cut to what feels like a Rodney Smith rules tutorial, but by anime characters. And then they play through the game, and it's all about their connection to their friendly local game store and running games at their school. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. It's just cool how much there's real board games in there. And there'll be scenes of the friendly local game store that'll pause and be like, I know that game, I know that game, I know that game. I've actually some of my designer friends I'll screenshot and be like, your game's in an anime. That's so weird. But I think it's kind of cool. I'm sure all the people that don't like anime just already logged out. In games with teams, do you prefer to be teamed with me or against me?
I don't know. Because usually we play cooperative, so everybody's working together.
We've also played things like Werewolf and Bang and stuff like
Werewolf, how it works is I look at you and know what team you're on and then play based on that. So
here's the thing that's messed up. Normally, I get a bad rap for me being too good at these social deduction games or being able to trick people. I can never trick my wife ever at all.
So easy.
She'll look at me. Everybody else can be like, "Oh, Roy, are you the werewolf?" I'm like, "No, we gotta find the bad guys. We gotta stop them." And my wife asks me, and I'm just like, "No," and it's just not the same. I can't lie to you. That's just the way it is.
That's what it is.
Have you two played Journeys of Middle-earth together? We haven't. That is basically the Lord of the Rings one that I have, but it's like Mansions of Madness, but it's Lord of the Rings, but it's a campaign. So it's like the
I've
games
seen
are
it.
connected together. I've played it more solo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that you'd want to play a whole bunch of the game back to back, or that we'd have time to, you know. But it's kind of hard. Let's see. Now they're making fun of my drawing. I'm far behind if they're making fun of my drawing now.
Your drawing?
And some of... Yeah, they're saying I couldn't use a pencil because whatever's going on. Illustrations.
Mm-hmm. That's what makes it fun.
Kindergartens are doing online classes? Yes. Yes, they
It's
are.
a lot of work.
Yes. I'm looking for good questions here. How come my hair isn't as spiky? I was walking around the neighborhood,
That's humid.
and it's humid, and I've been wearing like headphones all day, so I probably pushed it down. It happens. Let's see. Are you a tattoo or piercing nut like Roy is? I'm a nut. I'm about to say, I feel like most of my tattoos and piercings I got...
Post-marriage?
No, pre-marriage, you mean.
No.
It was post-dating.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, I got everything after we started dating,
We
basically.
had one tattoo when we started dating.
And then didn't get any after we were like, had a mortgage, because, you know, mortgages are expensive. And
I
yeah.
have a tattoo.
Yeah.
And then my ears are also gauged. They're just not as big.
Which you actually didn't do until we moved down here to...
Well, I'm not
Miami.
working an office job anymore.
Yeah, there's that.
I'd get more tattoos, just like he probably would, but money, and we're also in a new area, so we don't know a tattoo artist yet.
Devin asked the most important question. What is the most essential pop punk album?
Say anything in defense of the genre.
I guess that's pop punk. Say anything's so weird that it's like a weird... That I feel like they're almost their own genre. But yeah, they're pop punk.
Yeah, I'd just say they're pop punk.
I don't know, most essential.
That's mine.
That's hard.
Bam, I knew it.
I don't know. I like some of Blink-182's stuff. I really like Taking Back Sunday, the one with Cute without the E cut from the team or whatever. But, I don't know. Yeah. And I'm not going to say the name of the Blink-182 album, because this is the Dice Tower. Anyway. I think we kind of covered this.
What is it?
But what are your favorite co-op games to play together? Mansions of Madness, Chronicles of Crime. What other ones have you played that are actually cooperative?
Legendary?
Oh yeah, we used to play Legendary a lot. I have like tons and tons for Legendary. And I think you were saying there just got to be so much for Legendary.
Too many things to remember.
I think one of the last ones you played was the Guardians of the Galaxy one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think after that, when they added in, like, you have all these chips that you save up, and you really like Guardians of the Galaxy.
I do. That's my birds are named after Guardians of the Galaxy characters.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, there's just so much, and we have played Legendary a lot, so you're kind of like, I've played this game.
yeah,
I've played it enough.
it's a good game. It's just once you keep adding more and more on top of it, and it starts getting more complicated, I'm like, I liked it when it was simple.
Yeah, I could see that, but, you know, I guess people out there always want to try to mix it up.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite movie, favorite novel, or author? What is your favorite movie?
Probably Across the Universe
Oh, yeah.
with the Beatles songs. Book-wise, though, I'm not much of a reader. I mean, I read manga, or however you say it.
Comics?
Comics.
Japanese comics?
Japanese comics. But not much else.
Here. Favorite movie? Lord of the Rings. Favorite novel? Lord of the Rings. Favorite author? J.R.R. Tolkien. Is that a
true.
cop-out? I really like Lord of the Rings. And Kabuki Kid also says, Journeys in Middle-earth is fun. What is your favorite dice animal? We actually just looked through them.
I picked
There's
the
a-
tiger
She
because
said she liked the
Carol
tiger.
Baskins killed her husband. She whacked him.
Is that...
Can't
this-
convince me that it didn't happen.
I'm going to say, this guy is... We've had this guy for forever, but
That's
now...
Carol Baskin's husband
No.
in his mouth.
I'm going to have to show that to Tom. He's going to be like, what? You know, Laura actually started watching the Tiger King or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Tom said she watched like an episode with him, and then he's been catching her like watching it a whole bunch, which is kind of funny.
It's
insane.
It's entertaining.
It's hard to look away.
Yeah.
Okay, here's an important question too. Pineapple on pizza.
No. Disgusting.
Our son
fruit.
always asks for pineapple pizza, and I think that's because his aunt really likes it.
She's Colombian.
Yeah, so she's down with the fruit on the pizza.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
I mean, the
Probably
truth
not.
is she's down with the fruit on the pizza.
Yeah, she got it from him. But you don't mind it. I don't like it.
Yeah. What is your favorite current video game, and do you have an all-time favorite?
My favorite, what I'm playing right now is just Animal Crossing, and that just goes back to, almost nostalgia GameCube days.
Because you didn't jump on the Animal Crossing hype train just now. You've been playing Animal Crossing for forever.
I've been playing it since it's come out. I'm old. I don't look it, but I'm old. And then older, I should say. My crowd's usually like 19 years old. This crowd's older than 19 years old.
Yeah, if you say you're old to the Dice Tower fans, they're going to yell at you.
Older than I look. Not old. Very young, in my prime. What was I saying?
What is your all-time favorite game?
All-time favorite, Rune Factory 4. Until 5 comes out. And then that one will be my favorite.
I always thought I wish that there was a board game that helped emulate those style of games. I mean, I guess there is side of like those Euros that have like farms a little bit and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like...
But I feel like it'd be cool if there was like a farming to get money to then buy weapons to then go fight monsters.
Yeah, I fight monsters in my games.
I
I'm not
feel
much
like
of a
fun.
farmer. Even though that's like a big appeal to most people in Rune Factory, I like to fight things.
I feel like it just works so much better in a video game, but it would be cool to see like the Rune Factory or the
Stardew Valley.
Stardew
Harvest
Valley
Moon,
board game.
they're all kind of in this.
And I mean, I guess the Euro games where you build the farms and harvest the stuff is kind of like that, but you don't get that like combat moment.
Harvest Moon doesn't have combat.
I think there's a
though.
little bit of that combat type stuff in Caverna maybe, but I don't know. Here you go. Here's some hair questions. For Heather, what conditioner do you use? For Roy, what hair product do you use? I want to try out a new style.
I just bought an Aussie 3-minute miracle conditioner. I've spent bukus of money on conditioner, but you should really get a sulfate-free one if you have colored hair. This one is not. So
And now
it's not
you're
the best
saying
choice.
things that I have no clue what you're talking about. Hair conditioner.
I can notice more blue washing out when I use this shampoo and conditioner. I don't know the name of it, but those fat bottles that look like this in like Target, do you know what I'm talking about?
The ones that we like have?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they are.
Those are good. Those are healthy for your hair, but they don't make my hair as soft.
I use Got to Be Glued, and I've used it for like, what? Like, well over, oh my goodness. Is it like, at least a decade, if not a decade and a half, if not more. Like, I've had like messy, spiky hair for like a really long time, and I've always used the same stuff.
Yeah.
And there's this Got to Be Glued stuff that works, and that's why it's still around. Anyway, interesting questions. Everybody's asking personal questions. What's up with that?
What's the personal question? My eyes twitching.
Are we having more kids?
No more kids.
We've got one of each. We've got an awesome little girl who's 5, and our son is 7, and I'm...
Just want to play with other people's kids and give them back.
There's that. The GameCube is considered old now. Time passes by.
I want to grab mine. It's at my mother's house.
Yeah.
We have Mario Dance Dance Revolution with the pad. That would be so funny to make the kids play.
Yeah, Dance Dance Revolution would be fun to have with the pad and stuff. It'd be good for exercise. Heather, what are your thoughts on ANKH?
That's the game you just reviewed? Or did
Video of
the
the
first
Egyptian
look?
one. I don't think they were necessarily specifically targeting this question at you. I did a whole video on this, so if you want to do it's literally my first impressions video. It's actually on the Kickstarter page as well, but
He worked really hard on it.
I did like extra editing on that. It took me
He was really excited.
2.5 hours, and the internet is brutal.
Yeah, it was. Because I remember you finished it and showed me, and it looked really nice, and you had the moving background, and he worked really hard on it. So
There you
go watch it and say words of praise.
go. What is your favorite old school console?
Probably like GameCube, or not GameCube. Game Boy. I like handheld things.
Yeah.
I have.
Did you have a regular Game Boy, or was it like a color?
I had an Advance. I don't think I got anything until the Advance. My brother had it. And then Super Nintendo.
I remember when we were dating, we had PSPs. And those were fun, but I used it mostly as an MP3 player.
I watched movies with mine.
Yeah, I watched movies. I got you a couple games on that, though.
Yeah, I played something.
I got you that, like, Popolo Croix or whatever
Yeah,
game.
I
You play, like,
played
through
that.
all of
I
that.
beat that.
Man, I barely remember.
I vaguely
PSP.
remember the game, though.
Huh. Crazy. But yeah, my
Like
favorite
old school,
console...
I would think. I like Super Nintendo. You like Nintendo, or the original.
No, I don't think it's my favorite, though.
Oh.
Like, I had an original first, but I think Super Nintendo is probably my favorite, just because I like Link to the Past so much. It's probably still my favorite game. Breath of the Wild might pass it, but I got to, probably, 2/3 of the way through the game, and our kids deleted my save file, so that happens.
They might have done the same to me today.
Yeah, who knows? Welcome to parenting. Nice. Let's see what else is good here.
They did that to me on Kingdom Hearts back in the day. No, it wasn't them. It was my younger brother.
How are you guys liking Florida? We don't get to see a whole lot of it now.
You like it a lot.
Oh yeah, I like it. I mean, the weather's nice.
It's hot. All
I
the
like it.
time.
It's good.
All the time.
I don't know. Do you mind hot more, or would you? Hot is okay because you can be have air conditioning and stay inside some, but when it's frigidly cold,
I don't like
it hurts me. It physically hurts me.
Weak.
I worked in a cooler and a
We
freezer.
do act like we lived in a freezing. We lived in North Carolina. It wasn't that cold.
Say that when you're pressure washing outside of Target really early in the morning. It's cold. No, it's fine. But yeah, it's fun.
I wish I lived closer to Disney World. Then I'd love it.
Is that a pet bird? Question mark.
Where?
I think maybe they heard chirping, but I don't know that you could hear it.
I have two birds. I have a green-cheeked conure named Star-Lord and a blue parakeet named Yondu. Yondu was talking, which is good because he's been a little sick lately, so that's a good sign that he's getting better. So yeah, parakeet or a budgie or Beauregard, or I'm not sure how you say it. Parakeet and a green-cheeked conure are the two birds I have.
I think Kabuki Kid has birds too. So
I love my birds.
and then also favorite animal. I'm guessing same
Birds.
thing. Birds.
I would get
You're a
more.
bird person. You would do what?
I would get more, but not allowed.
If you could have been the creator of any game, what would it be? I'm guessing this is tabletop game. There's only one correct answer. I think only one correct answer. Yes, there's one correct answer. If you could have been the creator of any game, what would it be?
Like a game that's already made?
Yeah, if you could have said you were the creator of it.
Which one makes the most money? Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride's pretty good. My answer would be Magic the Gathering, because Richard Garfield is rolling in the dough from Magic the Gathering. Ticket to Ride is no slouch either, though, because it's in
Call of Duty.
Yeah, video games, I guess. I do wonder what the highest grossing video game is. Let's see. Do you like meeples in a game or minis?
Either's fine.
I, of course, enjoy minis.
Because you
I like to paint them. I like the 3D aspect of them and like the way some of the sculpts on some of those, like you see a Simon game or a Awaken Realms game or something that has like really cool miniatures and you're just like, what?
I don't know. I don't think I've played a lot of games. I guess Mansions of Madness has minis.
Yeah, but they're notoriously not super great minis because they don't stand in the bases very well. And I mean, the sculpts have actually gotten better over the years, but they're not bad sculpts, especially if you paint them up.
I feel like I've played so many kid games that are, meeples.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and meeples are like the classic board game thing anyway.
they got a little chibi kind of feel to them too.
Having meeples in a game as opposed to minis definitely keeps the price of the game down. So there's that. People talking about Dreamcast.
Yep, my brother has 2 of those.
Let's see. Okay, here's a cool one. Chrissy asks, Heydew, how long have you been doing digital art?
I tried it a few years ago, and I drew a really fat cat. That's about it.
You used to do it on a Wacom tablet.
Mm-hmm. That didn't have a screen on it.
Right.
And then I kind of put it on pause. I was working full time and going to school full time and having 2 kids, so I didn't have much time for hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pick it back up until literally a month or 2 ago, maybe.
But you've been doing like drawing like a lot in your life overall. But digital art
probably just a couple months. So I'm still learning. I'm still improving. I'm still watching videos and trying to learn.
You've done a lot of those like daily challenges or whatever, like, hey, draw this thing or draw that thing.
Well, what I did on YouNow, which was really fun, was I like to draw people. So what I would do is I would have anybody that wanted to send me in their photo, and I would draw it, and I'd do like the simple outline, and that just helps me get better with like pen strokes and just helps me learn how to draw digitally. And I drew over 70 people. 70 people for free, which is I wanted to practice, so, and then people were like, we'd pay you for that, so that's my little side thing going on right now. But
that's awesome. Heather, do you like Wingspan?
I haven't played it, but it looks beautiful.
Yeah, the art looks really good. I played it because I was like, I wonder if Heather would like this, and I like it, and I like the engine building aspect of it. But I guess it'd be up in the air on whether or not you would like it or not.
I have Roy test games before he brings them to me.
Yeah.
And sometimes he tricks me. You tell him about the time that he tricked me into playing Keyforge?
I didn't trick you into playing Keyforge. I was just like, please play Keyforge with me. I've got all these decks.
He literally laid it out.
And what happened?
And I won because I'm good.
You wrecked me.
Get good, noob.
I was just like, I was playing... And like I was just playing the game,
crazy combos
and you were just like, this combo, this combo, this combo.
We got stuck.
I hope it doesn't continue to do that. That would be annoying. Whoa. It's kind of faded.
Or blurry.
That doesn't help at all. Anyway, the camera's... I'm testing out a new camera, and it's being slightly strange with the lighting. But...
I think it had you, and then you messed it. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Sometimes you gotta do different things. And our animals are back. But yeah, Wingspan... If you could get through the rules, I think you'd like it. But that would be that. It's... I feel like I could teach it pretty easily, though. It's not that hard to teach. What are your favorite hobbies?
I draw. And I play Switch games. And you paint miniatures.
Yeah, paint miniatures. I do board game stuff.
He's been playing with resin.
Oh yeah, I was making resin dice.
We kind of go through phases.
Yeah, I have like side hobbies that are all technically related to gaming.
We kind of rotate through them.
I used to play music more, but I haven't done that in a long time. So, let's see. Meeples are 3D, Roy. Well, obviously. Okay. How old are your kiddos, and what are your go-to games for them? Asked Robert the Searing. What's up?
7 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Roy plays games with them.
You've played some.
I play some, but I don't play as many. You play, he plays games that aren't quite their age and just kind of modifies it. He kind of plays what he wants to play.
The last game I played with them, I didn't modify. We played Fallout Shelter together, and we played all of the rules.
I thought you played 13 Clues last.
Oh, you're right. We played 13 Clues. I didn't really modify the rules for that much either, but Scotty was like this close to guessing his.
All I heard was screaming.
Well, Violet, sometimes as a parent, you have to teach like being a gracious winner or a gracious loser sort of thing.
They're not there yet, but we try.
There's a little bit of that. I mean, that's part of parenting and part of like growing up, you know. But honestly, my go-to games with them is definitely Concept Kids is an awesome game about guessing animals. You've played that with them.
Yes.
And depends on the age for kids overall, but we really like the concept stuff. I have a bunch of different stuff like My First Carcassonne and things like that. I've actually done several reviews with them back in the day, but that's mostly like the younger kids games.
And Scotty used to play Mansions of Madness with you a lot, didn't he?
Yeah, that's so funny. He played Mansions of Madness when he was younger, but now he's a little bit older. He's more scared of it.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't like the monsters.
He doesn't like the creepy stuff. He doesn't like one card. If he saw the, was it like stunned card or something like that? And they had a creepy face on it. He's like, that card's too creepy. I'm like, well, you know, it's Mansions of Madness. What sort of style do you do? How long have you been doing art?
I wish I had the iPad. I don't know. When I'm drawing for people is like a really simple outline. I literally,
you have some pictures on your phone, don't you? Or?
Yeah. I literally trace the photo.
Yeah, you kind of like make art out of people's pictures.
A little cartoony.
Can you find the Ellen one?
Yeah, let me find the Ellen one. Here.
There you go.
I don't know.
Let's see if this messes up the focus.
The light's in the way, but like that's sorry, my phone's
It's the
so
Kirby's.
Dirty. Stuff like that is what I've been drawing, but I also like to draw things like Uno momento, por favor.
You have some of your paintings on there.
I have some paintings on here too, but like that's kind of a thumbnail I made that I drew. It's kind of a little bit of a different style.
Mm-hmm.
Here's that fat cat from years ago.
Nice.
Ooh, I like this one too.
Let's see.
I drew that.
Kabuki asks, what is the craziest thing that Roy has 3D printed? I 3D printed a bird stand.
Mm-hmm.
The birds didn't really use, but...
Is that crazy?
I don't know. I mean, what do you mean? I mean, if you're talking about big things...
I liked the 3D glow-in-the-dark Baby Yoda.
Oh, yeah. I made a Baby Yoda that was glow-in-the-dark, and I gave it to Tom for Christmas.
We have a Charmander toothbrush holder for the kids that he printed.
That was fun, too.
But I don't know about crazy.
Yeah, I haven't really printed anything too, like, strange or anything like that. Somebody also asked, what's the most useful thing that I've printed? I've printed tokens and, like, inserts for games. I've done different cool dragon miniatures. They're super useful. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I would say the toothbrush holder if the kids actually put the toothbrushes in them.
I put them in there.
Yeah, we do when we clean the bathroom, but the majority of the time they're laying on the sink.
Nice. Strange. Do you have any amazing old Magic cards?
If he did, he would sell them.
Yeah, mostly when I got into the board gaming hobby, I didn't have any really old ones because I didn't play Magic when it first came out, mostly because my parents had me playing other games that were not Magic, because, you know, some parents are weird. But I got into Magic later on when I was like 18 or something like that, and I had some different decks, but that was when like Scars of Mirrodin was out, so not that old. But I got rid of all of my Magic cards and then went into playing board games just because you can play board games with anybody easier. So, and it's a lot less expensive than trying to keep up. Jamie says, Heather, I wish I had your eyeshadow skills.
Thank you. I tried.
Nice. Let's see. Austin says, can we get Eric Lang on here sometime? You should totally go back and check because Tom had Eric Lang on a video. Was it last Friday or the Friday before that?
Didn't he pretend to be frozen at the beginning?
Yes, he pretended to be frozen at the beginning. And my favorite thing is that he used, like, we have the intro for this. There was like this creepy intro I made.
Oh.
And on the Eric Lang one, he used the creepy intro I made just because some people might say that the dice guy at the beginning of this is kind of interesting looking of Tom. So I was like, I made a creepy one just as a joke. And Tom's like, I'm totally using that. It's Tom. So there you go. Oh, and then of course people are like, he was on, you know. Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite actor?
I like Kristen Bell a lot as an actress and as a human being. That's the first person that popped in my head.
Nice.
She plays board games.
Oh yeah, they do like Settlers of Catan.
Mm-hmm.
I always wondered if they branched off into other games more than
They're pretty
that.
stuck on that one. That's the one they always want to play.
Yeah. Favorite sit-down family meal?
I make a really good barbacoa.
Oh, yeah.
Shredded beef.
It's basically like Chipotle, but at home.
And spicier.
It is definitely spicier, too.
I do that on purpose. We like
and if it's spicier than Chipotle, it's not a joke.
It's like if they dumped the hot sauce in it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What game would you turn into a movie? I don't know.
Arabian Nights. Tale of Arabian Nights would make some pretty funny.
It's Aladdin.
I know, but it's like one time I ended up naked and painted red and I stole a boat. And
that game's so crazy.
That'd make a good movie. I got the captain thrown off, convinced everybody that he was crazy after I stole all of his stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if there's... I mean, normally I get the
Transgenders.
question the other direction, like what movie would you want to be a board game? Doing it the other direction makes it a little bit harder, I think. You know?
I don't know, there's so much stories in board games, though.
Man, if there was like an epic saga of... I actually really enjoy like the story and theme behind Twilight Imperium. But it would be crazy if there was like all these... Like I would just like sci-fi with Mass Effect feel with all sorts of different aliens. Because Star Wars isn't good enough.
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
I just
I think
did.
you need to take it back.
Nice. Cool. That the intro was creepy and hilarious. Ha ha ha. What was your favorite food? Or what is your favorite food?
I like pasta salad.
Yeah, that's your favorite food. I like sushi.
And tacos.
Yeah, I really like tacos, but like tacos you get to make yourself, which is kind of weird. And that's probably not the correct answer, but I like to be able to like, I don't know, homemade tacos.
I like vinegary things, and I like carbs. And the pasta salad is best of both worlds.
Oh man, I would love for us to have Christian T. Peterson on one of these daily chats. He's the guy who made Twilight Imperium and Game of Thrones. And there was a bunch of questions about him in Board Game Breakfast. So if you haven't seen Board Game Breakfast, check that out. It was fun for their little game show they did. Hey, so since we're nearing the end of this, we want to do some this or that's. So go ahead and prime the chat with this or that. Give me and Heather 2 things to pick between, and we will pick one or the other, and that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, let's answer a couple more questions. Oh, here's the opposite. What movie would you turn into a game? The Last Starfighter. I don't know if you've seen that. It's like a crazy movie. But it's old school.
I have no idea.
Mark says Veronica Mars is so good.
Mm-hmm. Veronica Mars is really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's not there was a movie. The movie was okay.
If you like Tales of the Arabian Nights, have you ever played Agents of Smersh?
Mm-mm.
It's basically supposed to be like storytelling like that, but it's supposed to be more like James Bondy, like agents and villains and things like that. We're going through stories. I actually really want to play it, but I've actually never had a chance to play it either. Ah, man. Lewis is excited that I said TI4 about turning TI4 into a movie. Yes. Ooh, Android Netrunner could be a nice movie. I like cyberpunk stuff, so that would be really awesome as well. Heather, do you play any RPGs? Oh, so you haven't really played any tabletop RPGs. You play a lot of RPG video games.
I'm like such a solo gamer.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about trying to do a D&D thing and see if I like it.
Oh, snap.
Crap, I got that on recording. I take it back. No, I'm just kidding.
Are you going to DM it?
I don't know. I don't know what that entails.
You have to come up with a story. I really wanted to... I'm toying with the idea of trying to do like a stream for my friends for my birthday of like a one-shot RPG. And then maybe I could have some of my friends from North Carolina come on. It'd be fun to hang out with them since so many of them like D&D.
Yeah, I thought about streaming it.
I would consider a lot of the video games you play as RPGs. Like Kingdom Hearts is definitely super RPG-ish, and Rune Factory is definitely an RPG.
Yeah.
So all that JRPGs.
Yeah, but when it comes to video games, I'm definitely a solo kind of person.
Yeah. You're not playing World of Warcraft.
Oh,
or RuneScape.
I've played Warcraft.
Oh yeah, old school Warcraft. Tacos are the best. Okay, let's see if we got some this and that's in there. Twilight Imperium 3 or Twilight Imperium 4? I definitely like Twilight Imperium 4 better. 3 still has a few things that I wish were like ported over. I really like the ability to like change up modules and like have more tiles. 4 is kind of like you always have all the same tiles. And Heather's eyes just glazed over. Like
Twilight Imperium 4 because it's so much better, right? Am I right, guys?
It's slightly shorter, right?
Yeah, you can get it done faster.
So you can have your husband back sooner.
It's like not 12 hours long. People like in your house for that long.
3D movies or 3D printing? 3D printing.
We don't go to 3D movies very much.
I'm not a super big fan of 3D movies. I would rather have 2D movies than 3D movies.
To be honest, I think my vision is not as good as it used to be, and I don't see the 3D as much as...
Gotcha.
It's harder for my eyes to focus.
And sometimes they make them gimmicky, which is kind of fun. Darth Vader or Darth Maul? I'm going to say...
Vader.
The Borg.
I don't know what that is.
It's Star Trek, not Star Wars. Anyway,
You don't watch Star Trek?
Not really. Ice cream or cookies?
Cookies. He wants milkshakes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably say ice cream, though. But I really like cookies, too. But they have to be, like, fresh.
I like to make peanut butter blossoms. The peanut butter cookie with the kiss in the middle, but I use Hugs Kisses.
Oh, yeah, I'm still supposed to go get stuff from the store for you to make that. Night or morning?
Oh, I am a terrible morning person, so nights.
Yes.
He knows. He's
Same.
morning, though.
I'm not a morning person either. I like the night better than the morning.
So much more awake than I am.
But I have to work. Cats or dogs?
Birds.
I'm going to say dogs. Christian Peterson or Eric Lang?
Yes.
Do you...
I've met Eric Lang, haven't I?
Did you meet Eric Lang?
I feel like I might have.
I don't know. They're
Maybe
both
I've seen
awesome.
them in passing.
I don't know. How can you choose in between like the person who made Fantasy Flight games and Twilight Imperium and Game of Thrones and the person that made all of these saga games with Blood Rage and stuff like that? I want to see what Christian Peterson is going to do next, and I'm always excited about things that Eric are doing. But I like both of them. Tacos or pizza? Tacos.
Pizza.
Really? Tacos are awesome.
You love tacos. You're killing tacos.
Here you
for
go.
me.
Merry or Pippin?
I don't know what that means.
This is a Lord of the Rings show. How could you not know who Merry and Pippin are? They're the two hobbits. Obviously,
Pippin. Because it sounds like pimping.
Merry because the whole battle in Moria wouldn't have happened if Pippin didn't throw a thing down the well. Come on. Anyway, winter or summer? Summer.
Winter.
Wait, this
Put
was
more
already a
layers
question.
on. You can't take more layers off.
Mega Man or Sonic?
I didn't do much Mega Man, so I picked Sonic.
I definitely picked Mega Man, but yeah, just Mega Man. Kabuki Kid says the last Starfighter was cool, or was fun. I just make things
That
up.
is not. And you
That's not a
sound
this.
it out. What's the first letter?
that's not a this or that question,
I'm
Kabuki
having-
Kid. Come on.
Having flashbacks to teaching the kids.
Lasagna or spaghetti?
Lasagna if it doesn't have ricotta cheese. I don't like ricotta cheese.
I like lasagna too. Cubes or meeples?
Cubes.
Really?
I like the way they feel. Especially
I'm gonna
little
say
tiny ones.
cubes if they have pips on them and are dice. Otherwise, meeples. Hulk or the Thing?
Hulk.
Hulk as well. Yeah. Sweetened or unsweetened tea?
Sweet, but I'm not a big fan of gutter water.
Yeah,
Leaf
I like
juice.
James Bond or Austin Powers?
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
watch
super
that again.
super big like fan. I don't really watch James Bond movies that much. I know that's probably an anathema to some people. Comedy or horror?
Comedy.
I'm not like big on horror.
You watch a lot of stand-up shows.
I mean, if you're talking stand-up comedy, I'd probably say stand-up comedy. But if you're talking about like comedic shows, I don't really watch shows that are just funny to be funny anymore. I know I used to back in my younger years. Sleeves or no sleeves on cards?
I think I'd say sleeves.
I like sleeves as well. But I don't sleeve all of my games, mostly because it's extremely expensive. But not just because it's expensive, but also because it makes them take up twice as much, if not more than twice as much space. And sometimes you can no longer keep the game in the same box. And then if you get a ton of stuff, then it's just a logistical nightmare. And I don't have a lot of space for these games. Vampires or werewolves? If we're leaving Twilight out of this,
Yeah.
I would
They
say
don't sparkle,
vampires.
like old school. Can't see them in the mirror. You know, can't go out in the sunlight. Don't like garlic. Old school vampires.
Do you play any musical instruments?
I used to play piano,
Nice. I
guitar, and bass.
play guitar and bass and done some vocals here and there, some of which might have been screaming. And that's why I got to turn the gain up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm surprised nobody said too much gain or not enough gain. I'm just kidding.
Now they're going to.
Now they're probably going to. Star Wars or Lord of the Rings? This is not even close. Lord of the Rings. And you probably don't care about either.
Star Wars, because Galaxy's Edge is cool.
Man, I need to go to New Zealand and go to the Lord. It's not really a theme park. It's just
They do have the little
Lord of the Rings stuff there.
holes.
Awesome. Let's see. Let me see if I can end us here on a good one. See any good ones?
No, I can't see that far.
Yeah. Here you go. This one's for you. Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon?
Stardew Valley, because you can fight monsters. Harvest Moon, I don't think there's any monsters in it.
Yeah. Used to always like to do the mining thing where you go and fight tons of monsters. And that was for you. And now for me, New Dune or Old Dune board game? I'm just going to have to say the board games are not, maybe I'm wrong, but they don't seem like they're that different overall. And the new one's slightly newer. I had the old version of Dune, and it was worth so much money that I could never play it. Like, my brother got it for me. I ended up putting it in the Jack Vassell Memorial Auction, and it went pretty well. And it was much better served there than on my shelf, because it had, like, paper cards and all that stuff. But I got the new version of Dune, and I played it at Dice Tower West, and that was a blast. So, there's that. Awesome. Well, I guess we're going to wrap this thing up. But thanks, everybody, for watching us. We decided to have a family stream here for this one. Just fun hanging out and chatting. I hope everybody is safe with their family and being able to enjoy some of our content here on the Dice Tower. Make sure to check out tomorrow. We're not doing any live streams on our channel, but over on Rahdo's, Tom's doing his Corner to Corner with Rahdo tomorrow on Rahdo's YouTube channel. And we're going to have tons of different content. I'm going to have Favorite Game Friday coming out. Tom's going to have reviews going up all weekend. And he's going to do more of his 10,000 and below videos, which I still need to edit some of. So I better hurry up and get some sleep so I can go and edit in the morning. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming on.
You're welcome. So
all right.
awkward.
I know. It's different. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us in chat. Y'all been awesome.
Bye.
Bye.